guys, welcome back. The tree room has gone, it has been a huge success. Um, this hasn't grown yet, but I'm starting a little ahead of schedule because I just put the very last bit of coal coke into here that I've made. And granted, yeah, I've got more coal, I could always make more coal coke, but I kind of want to start getting towards the passive power generation, especially before I have to go mining next. I did also upgrade this to the advanced, which is very simple, just another couple energy tablets, enriched alloy, and if you don't remember, it's just gold, alloy, redstone. Simple, easy, and this holds 3.2 million RF, so we're sitting pretty good for power storage, at least. So, what I want to do right now is get this area set up for the passive power generation that I want to do. And as you can see in my hotbar, I have water. So, there's a lot of different passive power generation that I could get right now. But what I want to do is the water wheel. Oh, they do stack. I'm just lagging out extremely. And it's probably because I'm processing a lot of ores, or not ores. There we go. I'm running my smelter, the energized smelter, to get more charcoal, because before I get this running all the way, I am going to need some power. Let's see, where is this directly across from? I'm just going to mark that with a block, and then we need it to go down 3 blocks, so I'll mark there. And how far down can I get here? Okay, that's good. So right now I'm going to set up the channels for the water to flow, and then I'm going to be right back. Alright, I've got the channels made up here for the water to flow. Block that off so we don't get water flowing down on us. And probably a good idea to do that as well. And it's a very basic design. You just want the water to be able to flow across it, and then down and underneath it. And I'm pretty sure I set it up correct down there, but we'll see. Like, obviously I am going to do a little bit of troubleshooting once I get it going, and yep, it looks like I need to do some troubleshooting. Oh, no, I don't. Awesome. It's flowing down, but not underneath. Why is that? Oh. Well. Easy enough. Are you working now? Sort of. Whatever. Good enough. Now, connector goes there. Click on both, and wow, that's producing a pretty good amount of power. And for not a lot of cost. Now, last episode I went and I took some sugar cane from Joyker. I believe he is still at work for another couple of hours, so I'm going to go over there. I'm going to put some fries in a chest and leave him a little sign, because I don't want to be a total jerk about it. and yeah, I'll be back. Alright, I think that's a good way to say it. Came over to borrow a cup of sugar. Here's a gift. And I gave him as many fries as sugar cane that I took, which honestly has probably all regrown. Now, I wonder, it's been probably 3 minutes since I left, so let's see how much power we've generated in that time. Alright, it's not an incredible amount that you can see up there on the Wayla tooltip, but it's definitely gone up considerably. So that means if we like leave to go mining for, I don't know, an hour or so and come back, that will probably have like a couple 100,000 RF stored up, and that's just awesome. It's basically free power, and I'm not going to argue with that. Okay, I'm back. I moved the pulverizer over because right before I went mining just now, I had a pretty good thought, and I I used that emerald that I've been hanging on to since earlier and got Silk Touch. And I always try to make a second pickaxe when I'm doing Silk Touch because I don't want my inventory to fill up with just regular stone. I don't want to Silk Touch everything I hit, and also it mines slower considerably. That's why I put the haste on there, and now it actually has a faster mining speed than the normal iron pickaxe. And I got all of this, and the redstone, I'm just going to go ahead and chuck it into here. That'll give us 12 redstone per ore. Right about there. Yep, 12 redstone per ore. And the coal has, like, we could also put that into the enrichment chamber and get, I believe it's 2. Yeah, it's 2. But the one I want is the sag melt, because we're going to get 3, then it'll give us pulverized coal. We're going to get a little cobblestone, not entirely useful, but a tiny chance of getting diamonds. And right now, we're not doing too good on diamonds. I also didn't find any when I was down in the mine. I did go all the way down to Y level, I think it was 12 that I have it down there. And of course I'm going to need to keep pulling the redstone out of here because, you know, stack limit. So I'm going to need a sag mill there, and that'll be my first Ender IO machine. Please tell me we have 4. Alright, we do. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And 1 copper, redstone we've got there, iron, we're going to need a lot of it, and alright, sag, alright, came up right there. Flint, piston, grab more cobble, quickly just throw together a piston. Once I start really getting like more iron, I'm just gonna mass produce pistons. I'll probably make like half a stack all at once. Let's see if I can remember this recipe just from memory. Think this was it. Alright, yeah, that'll give us our basic capacitor, and if I remember correctly, it's, oops, must be like this. Yeah. Alright, please tell me we have enough flint. Yeah, more than enough. Okay, and that should be everything we need for the sag mill. Perfect. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a chest just because of like the actual amount of how much stuff that we're gonna be throwing through this. and just pop that down there. And come on. There's been a lot of lag spikes going on. I need to do some pretty good work on my computer. I'll set that to push. Great. And chuck in the entire stack. Now that it's gonna go pretty slowly for right now, and yeah, that works. So automatically just outputting to the chest above it. And the next thing I'm gonna want to get is, since that tree farm in the other room is going so well, I cannot keep up with it. Oops, that's the wrong thing. I'm going to just make a iron lumber axe. Let's double check what all we need. A tough binding and a large plate. So, and I'm just making it out of cobblestone because right now that room is short enough that we don't really have to worry about anything like super trees growing. And by that I mean like the extremely large oak trees. I mean, yeah, this has a very low durability. The speed isn't bad. And, okay, cool, it didn't crash me. That was another thing that I was pretty worried about, is that it was going to crash me. That still hasn't grown. I did give it more space up there. I'll have to look into that. Ooh, we did not get a lot of saplings. I'll be back in just a second. Alright, yeah, something I did fail to think about was the fact that since this is a smaller room, we're not going to get as many leaves in here on every tree. So when they all grow like that, we're not going to have the same amount of leaves that we would if we were like up on the surface, which is a bummer, but it's not too hard to get more saplings. And we're always going to get enough to plant, you know, just a couple rows. And as long as, you know, every so often I just keep coming back into here, double checking it, and keeping up with it a little bit, we shouldn't run out, really. The next thing that I want to do is I want to get some some mossy cobblestone. And with mechanism, that is a really easy thing to do. So, chuck that to there, and cobblestone into there. Alright, so we've got 100 biomass, so that should give us 10? Yep, 10. Perfect. And that was, I believe it was 20 of the biomass, so the ratio there isn't fantastic, but I'm not going to complain about it. Alright, let's get that stuff into there. The sort button. And, I mean, just in a few, I'd say like 4 hours of playing, and I mean, I have been making some of it into charcoal, into planks. I've been doing a lot with the wood that we've been getting. So, you know, 2 and how many ever stacks that was, or 2 stacks and how many ever else was left over is not a bad thing by any means. Let's see, how many do we have? We're getting there. And this watermill is fantastic. When I came back up, I had gained 500,000 RF, and I was only down there for maybe 10-15 minutes at most. So, you know, just absolutely fantastic. Alright, no diamonds, but that's, you know, it's not out of the ordinary. The chance for it was less than 1%. So, alright, 10 moss cobblestone. And what we can do with that is one of my favorite things, one of my all-time favorite modifiers from this version of Tinker's Construct, Mossy. Gives us auto repair. Now, this is where being underground is going to impact us a little negatively because it's faster auto repair if you're at the surface. So we're going to get just a tiny bit punished from not being above ground, but I don't think it's gonna matter all that much, because once we have a decent amount of resources, and I'm not going to be using it for everything, of course, I'm just going to mainly be using it for redstone, coal, diamonds, emeralds, and does electrotine have a recipe like that? No, it does not, so that's good to know. So we won't be using it on electrotine either. And I'll be right back. I need to get a few more things ready for what I want to do next. I also want to decide how, and like there's a few things that I'm going to do next. I just don't know if I want to do everything I was thinking about next. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright. It's done. Ah, damn. Oh well. We did get a really good amount of coal out of that. Coal powder I can just put in there for now. I'll figure out something to do with it later. Our farm is coming along. I planted the pumpkin seeds. I did get some pumpkins. The next thing I need, and I'm going to have an idea of how to do it real easy next episode, oops, is getting pumpkins, because I know that they do just spawn around randomly, but I want to use some really cool game mechanics to start getting items, and I guarantee that it's gonna kind of annoy Joiker, because he's not gonna know how I've been getting, you know, every item I want, for the most part. And one extra. Magnificent. So, we've got this all set up. This is charging. The water wheel is working amazingly. And everything is going pretty well so far. And I think I'm going to leave off today's episode here. In between this episode and next, I'm going to go mining at various levels. And I did put Silky on my hammer. I know it's kind of a waste, but to be honest, with how easy it is to get moss stone in this pack, I have half a mind to just put Mossy on everything, including a stone mattock and shovel. Really need to consider getting a better sword, and that's something I'll be looking into between episodes. Obviously, we need to get more lava, and I'm going to come up with some creative ways to get more lava. There are like 4 different options that I could use right now, but only 2 of them, I want to say, are, you know, actually worth it. And one of them that I don't think is worth it is simply because we need to go to the Nether for it, and that's oh, we don't have to make a diamond pickaxe for obsidian, because if I remember correctly, steel pickaxe can mine obsidian. I mean, I'm not 100% sure on that. If I mean, I wouldn't try it just yet. I will do that next episode. I'm gonna stick with the railcraft steel one, which requires 3 steel across the top and then 2 iron in the middle to the bottom. But yeah, and I mean, this is where I'm stuck at: pumpkin seeds and carrots. Because pumpkin seeds, yeah, you can find pumpkins randomly dotted around the world. Carrots, not so much. That's a item that in most versions of Minecraft and mod packs included, you need to find a village. But I might be able to get them in a nifty little creative way. I'm just gonna have to look into a few things, and next episode, like, the only hint that I'm really gonna give is that I need to come up with a way to hide a room and make a secret room. And just look up this real quick. Nope, guacamole is not gonna help me, not at all. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, of course subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.